one of the things I think is going to be important to touch on as you were talking, I thought, you know what, I don't think we went here, but maybe we need to, is, you know how when deployment starts, the behaviors at home change?
Yes.
So just talking about how you need to understand, like, hey, parents, kids don't express things or even really understand what they're feeling.
I'm going to talk about goals and setting goals and setting boundaries.
Okay.
And about how they are going to try to push the envelope. And we do need to give them grace, just as we need to give ourselves grace, because this is a challenging time and we're not seeking perfection, but that we do need to set some boundaries and talk to them about their behavior. And one of the things I think we do in our home is two things. One is quality of work. So when you're doing your work and then you turn in something, would you turn, when I look at it and I know it's not their best and they just did it to get it done, which they don't do anymore because I started this in this way, would you turn that into your teacher at school? And then we're going to flip it and do behavior. When you're talking back or you're saying you don't want to do the work, would that behavior fly in a classroom at school?
Right.
Absolutely not. So you're telling me, no, mom, I'm not going to do my work today. I don't want to do it. I'll do it later. When you're at school, that behavior is not acceptable. So talk with your kids about acceptable and unacceptable behavior. Even though you're at home, during the period of homeschooling, when you are having a time of learning that you've set forth, okay, this is your time, or this is when you have to log in with your teacher.
Yeah.
And you have to get this work done. Acceptable and unacceptable behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's really important to talk with parents and give them that language. What you're doing right now is not acceptable behavior in your classroom. Yeah. I mean, I tell them like, hey, and I'll look at them, hey, and I don't, yell. We don't yell. I don't have to, because I just look at them and go, hey guys, I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now is not acceptable behavior in your classroom at school. And so therefore, because you are in the classroom right now at home, it is still not acceptable.
Right.
And just very firm, and if they give you back lip, repeat the same sentence. Do not fuel their fire. Repeat that same sentence.
Yeah. Don't get pulled into a fight. Right.
Right. So your statement is unacceptable. If they keep on, because they're going to push the envelope. I mean, I guarantee you, these parents are going to be dealing with some mouthy kids. What are you going to do? What if I don't? What am I going to do? You're going to suspend me? You're going to send me home? I'm already home. When my kids were little, I used to send them to the principal's office, which was the kitchen. And there was a stool sat in the middle of the floor in the kitchen. It was a bar stool, but they couldn't touch a counter or anything. It was literally sitting in the middle of the stool. And if one was disrupting the other, I would say to them, hey, do you need to go have a moment by yourself in the principal's office? No. And then they'd keep on, go to the principal's office. And they would have to go, and they would have to sit in the kitchen on the stool in the center. That's the principal's office.
No, does that work in middle school and high school?
Yeah. You know why it works?
Why?
Because, and I don't have to do it, but I have made the threat a time or two and they stop immediately because they know I will do it. I'm consistent.
Yeah.
And I tell them, you will go and sit for a few moments. Obviously you need some time to gather yourself. So please, by all means, go in the principal's office and gather yourself. Come back when you can join the class and not disrupt the other students. And they're like, what the heck? You're crazy. Just go. Sometimes I need to go to the principal's office and have some quiet time to myself.
Right.